Well, back here now in Moscow, let's bring a guest in to give us a bit more thought about what we're going to see today and tomorrow and the whole event. Samir-Shahbaz is a political expert from the RIA Novosti news agency. Welcome to our podium, sir. Great view, I'm sure you agree, we've got here. Looking fantastic, isn't it? For the first time, foreign troops are taking part in the commemorations that we're going to see tomorrow, but we're also seeing the leaders of Italy and Germany here as well. Read something into that for us. What can we read into that? What's the significance of the fact that so many foreign people, so many foreign dignitaries, so many foreign troops are taking part?
To understand the significance, well, try to imagine such a parade 65 years ago. Or, well, not even 65, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, it was impossible. The meaning of that so many foreign troops, foreign leaders came to Russia, to Moscow on this very important day, I think it is to say to what it means. It means that finally, I think the Europe and the world are standing together, at least on one historical question. I think it's a very good point where we can step forward together. We have troops, all of the troops are professional, of course, very strong. It's military might of every country, but they are here together. They're here to celebrate. They're united and not to fight, not to be at war with anyone, but maybe to some extent to show the enemies, to those who want to disturb the world peace, that there are forces that can stop it, and they're united together.
Now, Mr. Shahbaz, your speciality is American-Russian relations, and obviously during the war itself, the USSR and the US were united in their fight against Nazism, but very shortly afterwards they became bitter enemies. Why?
Well, I think they were united for a short period of time to achieve a certain goal. But lack of trust, which still remains between, well, I think in international relations in general, that was the reason why the Cold War began. And, of course, ambitions of world leaders, absolutely. Each of them, well, not each of them, many of them, wanted to, as we say, pull the cover on their side and to show their significance and their importance in this victory. So I think it's ambitions and lack of trust which we might forget once and for all. And I think we have a very good chance to do that.
You mentioned there the lack of trust, but what other major lessons do you think that we can really take from the Second World War as still being relevant today?
You know, when this war ended, I think everybody in the world thought that that would be the last, not only World War, the last war in general, but unfortunately it's not so. And I think the lessons that we should take from that war, that the most terrible, the horrible war was stopped when all the countries joined together to stop it. So I think this is the main lesson, that united we stand. I think it sounds a bit, you know, but it's true.
Humans, sadly, though, don't always learn a lot of lessons from the past. We quickly forget, don't we? Is there still a Cold War mentality era between Russia and the West existing even today?
Yes and no. I think today there are many different lobbies which want to, as you said, misrepresent the role of Moscow or the role of the United States or the role of England in every country. There are people who lobby some interests, and what they are trying to do is rewrite the history. And this is our goal, yours and mine, to stop that. We are journalists, we should operate with facts. And if we do that, I think these miserable attempts to rewrite the history would achieve nothing.
Well, as a journalist and someone who works for a media agency, what role do you think that the media per se plays in highlighting the importance of what happened 65 years ago and keeping the memory alive?
I think the most important thing is just to show the facts. Facts speak for themselves. We don't need to rewrite the history. We don't need to talk about the importance or the greatness of whether it's United States, Moscow, Russia, Soviet Union. No, just show the facts and people will understand themselves. I think it's the only way.
Okay, Samir-Shahbaz, political analyst and commentator from the RIA Novosti news agency. Thanks for being with us on the programme. Much appreciated. Well.